how many of you want to be more confident in your life? Give me a show of hands. Alright. How many of you want to be more successful, charismatic, and have meaningful connections in your life? Alright. Thank you so much for that response. It feels like almost all of us want to be more successful, charismatic, and have a ton of confidence. So, thank you so much first of all for your responses. And thank you so much for being here this evening. I acknowledge you all. Thank you for taking out this time for yourself to learn, to grow, and to network with like-minded women. So with that, let's look at what I would be covering in today's session. So today we would look at what is self-confidence, and I'm going to give you a simple, easy framework to step into your most confident self very easily. And then we're going to look at how can we achieve our big dreams, and how can you command your time and your energy and do things which really matter to you, which are meaningful for you, that make you happy. So with that, who's excited to learn all of that? Give me a show of hands. Come on, quick. I want this to be really interactive. Let's just get our inertia, and out of the way. I think we've been 30 minutes sitting together in this room. So let's make it really collaborative, because I want to build on your energy too. I want this to be, doing this together. So with that, would you like to know a little bit about me?
Yes.
Alright. So my name is Richa Tiwari, and I am a certified life coach specializing in the area of women, especially in self-confidence, self-worth, self-compassion. I train high-performing women to grow up the corporate ladder, or the entrepreneurs who want to rise in their businesses. I've had over a decade of experience in HR, leading different roles in the HR, and now I started my own business because it was my long-time dream to be an entrepreneur, and you'll get to know more about that as we progress. So with that, shall we begin with self-confidence? Who's excited to know about a simple self-confidence model through which you can step into your most confident self easily? So who wants to know that? I'm going to share only if there is a lot of enthusiasm. So get that enthusiasm going, come on. Who wants to know if there's a full house, if everyone's excited, then I'm here to share that. Alright, thank you so much for that. So let's look at what is self-confidence, and I'd like you to participate. If we can have the mics running. Who wants to share what is self-confidence?
Belief in ourselves.
Yeah, and your name?
Pushpa.
Thank you Pushpa. Belief in ourselves, wonderful. Anyone else wants to add on, share something?
Accepting ourselves the way we are.
Accepting ourselves the way we are. And your name?
Tripti.
Thank you Tripti. Thank you Pushpa. Thank you Tripti. Anyone else wants to share?
Believe in our capabilities.
Believe in our capabilities. Wonderful. Name?
Manasa.
Manasa. Thank you Manasa for that. And who else? There at the back.
Yeah, Richa.
Okay.
So, me being myself all the time. All in my flaws, in my happiness, in my sorrows, every time, in all the situations, me being myself is the biggest self-confidence is what I bring.
Wow, lovely. And your name? Spurti. Thank you so much, Spurti. That's like wonderful. I think, you know what? You all know it already. So we have a bunch of very wise women sitting here who are almost very, very close to my definition as well. So I would like to share my perspective with all of you. So according to me, and I would also like to give you a little bit of a story that I have really struggled with self-confidence. I have struggled it for many, many years in my life. And I really wanted to nail it and crack it. And through that, with a lot of trial and error and with a lot of trying to really get a grasp on this topic. I'm standing here and I coach people on self-confidence. So my definition of self-confidence is self-belief and self-trust. Truly believing in myself and my capabilities. So with that, I have a framework which is called as TBD framework. And this framework is taught by my coach, Dr. Shelly Ann Gajado. So I'd like to share that framework with all of you so that you can easily step into the most confident versions of yourself. So the first T is trust. Trusting in yourself. With me, I think my greatest struggle has been truly with the T. So I was in college, taking you 11 years back. Actually not 11, taking you 13 years back. I was in college doing my graduation and I had a lot of startup ideas. And I thought that I never ever want to do a job. I've always wanted to do something of my own and be my own boss lady and really create an impact through that. So I had my first startup, which was something pretty similar to what we're doing here in She Club. It's very mystic. So it was a women's fest that I was trying to organize when I was back in my college. A lot of effort had gone in, but somehow it did not took off. I was really disappointed. And then I was like, probably, this startup thingy is not for me. Maybe I need more experience. And my family was also not very happy because I come from a service background. No one in my family, my entire paternal and maternal family has ever done business. So it was really, not very encouraged thing in my family. Then that startup did not took off. But the kida in me to start up did not stop there. I wanted to go ahead and try another time. So I had another startup in my college after 1 year. I had another startup. This time again I thought, no, I'm not going to get defeated once and I'm going to try. But then again this time it did not took off. So with 2 failed startups, my confidence came crashing down. And of course all the naysayers were like, see, we already told you. So with that, I really struggled with believing in myself, but somewhere I thought, let me do this job. Let me do this job for 1 year, then I'll start. I'm not ready, let me learn the skills, let me see how the world runs, and then I'm going to start. I did job for 1 year, fast forward 10 years. I kept on working and I never ever felt ready. It took a very harsh incident that happened with me in my workplace for me to really start to learn to trust in myself. And that is when I decided that now I'm going to be on my own and start doing something which I really love, and which is, of course, I really love to support women, to help empower women, see them grow. So with that, I started my company. The first T is trusting in yourself, of the TBD model that I'm going to share. So now let's look at the second one. And the second one is B. Any guess on what is B? Very, very true. So we have the second B is believing in your capabilities. First of all, seeing yourself as capable, and secondly, then believing in your capabilities. And again, this was an area I struggled because after being a recruiter for 7 years, I pivoted my career into an HR leader role. Directly changed from a recruitment leader to an HR leader, looking and managing the entire HR function. And that time, I really felt the imposter syndrome. And I was like, do I even have the skills? What have I done in the last 7 years? How am I going to manage this new role, this new responsibility? So with that, I really struggled again with believing in myself. How many of you can relate to this? Give me a show of hands. How many of you have felt the imposter syndrome despite having all the qualifications, like on papers? And what research says that people who are highly competent, they face the imposter syndrome the most. So we've all felt it, right? The second B is believing in yourself. And how I really overcame believing in my capability is keep on building skills and keep on really adding on to my kitty. My skill kitty, building the skills which would help me help my career. And the third is, any guesses on what is D? What does D stand for?
Discipline. Determination.
Determination.
Discipline. Direct.
Discipline. So the third D is doing the damn thing. So again, like how many of us are here who are procrastinators? Who are like, okay, wow, I have to do so many things, Okay, let me just watch this show, after some time. Because anyway, it's not hard. Let me take some time off. And then I'm going to go and just do the thing, right? So how many of us here are procrastinators? Right? I think we have a big quorum for that. Even I have struggled a lot with procrastination. And really, I'm going to share something with you which really helped me conquer and build my skills on all the three areas. So what I'd like you all to do, we have some pencils and some white papers lying on every table. I would like you to take a moment to yourself and just think out of T, B, D, with all the honesty, with all the sincerity. Which one are you most struggling with? Is it T, is it B, or is it T? Take a moment, please. Do it. And, I really struggled when I went for my first. I wanted to do this in belly dancing. I'm very good at Bollywood, but I wanted to do belly dancing. And I went for my first belly dance class. Looked at all the women shaking their waist like anything. And I'm like, oh my God, how in the world will I ever do it? Let alone having a performance. And I came back from the class that day. I cried. It was my first class, and I was like, okay, it's like it's something. It's great to look at, great to admire, but it is not something that I can actually do. But then, of course, after not going to my classes, I signed up for a 3-month program, like in my over enthusiasm. For 2-3 more classes, I know it's very hard, and I'm the worst dancer in my whole class, and it's okay. So went to the class, and on the second class, I got to know that the people in my class were all dancing for minimum 3 to 4 years. And I am comparing myself to all the people who are dancing for good 3 to 4 years. So this is an attitude of perfectionism, expecting that the first day you're following your diet chart, that you're going to reduce your 10 kg. Expecting that the first day of your skincare, your skin is going to glow, right? So we all have this tendency to be perfectionists and to try to put that pressure on ourselves. So I just told myself, I'm going to keep showing up any which ways. Money is gone for 3 months. Let me just keep on going. And fast, 2 years later, in this March, I had my paid performance in Bangalore International Center. And it was a house full show, and everyone told me you were outstanding and the most confident dancer. So with that, thank you so much. So what I'm going to tell you is that if I could do belly dance, like literally I could do belly dance on stage as a paid show, then you can also do anything that you put your mind into. So I'd like to give you a framework to command your time, because we feel that, right, that we don't have time for our big dreams, right? So I'm going to give you a framework which is called as 888 framework. So for the first, which is your 24 hours divided into 888 hours. For the first 8 hours, what will we do?
Sleep.
Give him a hand. So for the first 8 hours, we sleep better, not to, especially for the girls, not compromise on your beauty sleep, right? So we sleep. The next 8 hours, work. And the remaining 8 hours, remaining 8 hours, Instagram, Netflix, Instagram, Netflix, and just randomly wasting time, or maybe what happens with me, if I have something very urgent, I'll just find something in my home which does not require my attention. I'll be like, oh my God, this needs to be cleaned right now. So mind just plays these tricks on us. So you have the golden 8 hour. First 8 hours is for your sleep. Next 8 hours is for your work. And I know some of you would say, oh, I work 12 hours, I work 13 hours, and I have my commute time, I don't have anything. Even with that, take a moment and please write down, in the last 8 hours, do you have any time in which you can include more self-care, in which you can do something which you're very passionate about? I loved dancing as a child. I was a state level dancer when I was in my school. But adulting took over and I stopped dancing. I only started like 2 years back. So is there anything which you used to enjoy and love but not being able to find time? Just take a moment and reflect on that and write that down. What is that one thing that you would like, which really matters to you? It could be any hobby, painting, dancing, cycling. It could be, I want to take care of my health, right? Or it could be, I want to just, be more social, take out time. Or I want that promotion, I want to get on to that, I want to learn ChatGPT. Could be anything. Just think of the things, or, want to give more time to my family because I'm neglecting that. So anything that you feel requires your, just sincerely just reflecting that. And with that, if you have a very big dream, right? So sometimes the big dreams look so big that it looks very scary to us. We feel that, oh my God, it is so big. It just overwhelms us and we feel that we're not able to do that. How many of you can relate to that? But do you want to really make your big dreams happen? Do you want to? I don't think you're not even saying yes, probably.
Yes.
You want your big dreams to happen, right? So for your big dreams to happen, if we want to be an author, if you want to start your own company, if you want to get that promotion, you want to become a CEO, you want to become a global leader in your company, be it any big dream, if you want that big dream to happen, what you can do is have a prototype of that dream. For example, when I started my coaching business, I wanted to coach 1 million women globally. That's a big number. What I started to do is looking at how can I break it down and make it very small, so small that it does not feel scary to me at all. So whatever is your big dream, if it is writing a book, if it is, going and having a musical show or a dance performance, spending more time with your family, going on a holiday, whatever, or having more, finances as well, whatever are your big dreams, like being very rich, wealthy, just have a miniature version of that big dream and just reflect another moment that what is my big dream and what is. We are in May, in the year 2023, 5 months, almost on the 5th month. Let's just take away May also. We have good 7 months left. In the remaining 2023, the 7 months of 2023, using the 888 formula, the last 8 hours, even if you commute, even if I take your commute time as 16 hours, your whole office thing, 16, you have 4 precious hours. And honestly, I used to spend all of that on Instagram. So just take stock and just choose for yourself right now, what can you do? What can you really do in that time so that you can then start to move yourself towards your big dream? So just take a moment and, if someone wants to share, please go ahead and share that what would you like to do in the remaining 7 months, start doing from today onwards towards your big dream. Like a very small action which you're able to, maybe breaking it down to just 5 minutes every day, not more than that. Anyone wants to share? What is it that you would be doing? Yes, please.
Yeah, actually, I am working as an Instagram influencer. So from last 2 years, I'm struggling because I have done barter collaboration.
Okay.
I have done couple of barter collaboration, but it's totally monotonous. I am totally frustrated because I am not getting that much growth. What I am giving from my side, effort so much. So, like last week, one idea has come. My husband told me, why do you not do digital marketing from like any good organizations? So that idea came, so I explored like from IIT Roorkee, IIT Kanpur and IIT Kharagpur, ISB. I researched all institutes. So finally I decided from IIT Roorkee, I have to start my digital marketing for 4.5 months. So I'll get more and more knowledge related to like Google Ads and Google Analytics and SEO, different search engines. So I can start my own company. So this is all about.
I think that's fabulous. That's really amazing. You're taking baby steps and you're trying to move towards whatever you want to. That's absolutely amazing. Please give her a big round of applause. Your name? Jyoti. Please give Jyoti that. Please can you just tap like you mean it? With that, to make self-confidence as your to really make self-confidence as your superpower and to really step into the most confident version of yourself, use the TBD framework. That's one. Second is to really with the triple eight framework, and you guys hear me okay? With the triple eight framework, and in the end, I know we all struggle with self-doubt. We struggle with a lot of negative self-talk. No one else from outside has to pull us down. We ourselves are doing that for us, right? We're very judgmental about ourselves. As women especially, the need to seek validation from others is proven by research a lot more than the other gender for sure. So, if you have a big dream, imagine a mountain, like your dream is there, right? If I have a very big dream, and I'm carrying a backpack, carrying a 20 kg rucksack, and I want to reach that peak. And in the 20 kg rucksack is, all my fear, my disbelief, negative self-talk, doubt, procrastination, perfectionist attitude, imposter syndrome. With that bag, and many things in that bag are the labels being put on you by people who don't mean anything to you, but you have chosen to accept those labels and believe in them rather than listening to the own voice within. So if you're trying to climb that mountain with this heavy backpack, how are you going to reach there? You're going to really struggle to carry it, oh my God, to reach that mountain. The backpack is so heavy. So what I would urge you to do is just put it down. Just put that, whatever things which are not serving you, put them down. And with that, you can really start to march forward towards your goal using the TBD framework, the 888 framework, and breaking your goal, your big dream into a small prototype. You can really start to walk fast towards your goal, and if you want, then eventually you can start to run towards your goal. And I believe that it is possible for you to make your big dreams happen, because within all of you, there is this place of inner knowing. Within all of you, there is this place of confidence, there is this place of trust, and there is this place of power. And I honor that place in you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Richa, for that beautiful insight. I think all of us over here, regardless of our background, our age, can definitely take a lot away from this, just as a lady, as a human being, right? So thank you so much for that much needed plethora of knowledge.